Yes, Nation, what's happening? It's your guy, Mark R. Chabot, a.k.a. the Silver Fox, on the microphone here from Prince William County, Virginia. Let's go. Got a special episode tonight. This is going to be amazing. You guys know my partners at the Amphibious Tractor Memorial. They're here in the room. We're going to give you guys a quick update. But before we do that, I just wanted to remind everybody that every single proceed from this channel gets donated to this effort. I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe, check out some content when you do. There's 22 AAV type videos over there, some YATYAS Amtrak stuff, Legacy Matters. Go over there and check those out. So anyway, that's it. Done with the housekeeping for tonight. So tonight, the intent is to highlight the maquette that the Memorial Sculptor did. I have in the room with me, I got the National Commander, Colonel John Atkinson, retired. There he is. I got the Memorial Designer up there, the lovely, talented Miss Peg Lee. And then I got the most interesting man in the world right over there, Mr. Gareth Curtiss, the Memorial Sculptor. Say hello, Gareth.
Howdy, folks.
All right. There he is. Looks just like him. John, why don't you go ahead and set us off and talk a little bit about where we're at with the effort before we start digging into this exciting verbalization of the Memorial Maquette, which gets me all kind of excited. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, it's great to be here. And on behalf of the rest of the board representing them, yeah, it's just good to be here. And I thank you for doing this for us as a board member, but also your side gig here, your main gig here, that's doing incredible work for a lot of people, and the things that you, the podcasts you put out there, incredibly good for folks. So I encourage you to check out all of them. Yeah, so you all have heard me talk before, and hopefully at least some of you have seen what we've got out online, on Facebook at Assault Amphibian, or on our website, assaultamphibianmemorial.com. We keep you updated, and it's certainly our conduit to for folks out there to get on board and come on in for the big win. And that's where we almost are. We're really excited. We're at a point where I never thought we would have been. A while ago, things were challenging, but we're there. Peg's idea has morphed and grown, and her working with Gareth, they have Gareth's vision as a sculptor, have taken that idea that started at my dad's countertop with Peg and Justin LeHew, Sergeant Major, and we've got our 1/3 scale model, our proof of concept, and we are banging. So financially, this is what it's all about at this point. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves our swag, and everybody wants to see it. But we need everybody to get in and help us close the last 100 yards, so to speak. In Amtracker speak, we can see how we can be Charlie on time, Center Beach on time, and what I mean by that is breaking ground in August and putting in the full size, and Gareth's going to talk to you about this here in a minute or two, the full size, not just monument, but with our friend Rick Burrows from Klein Memorials, the whole space that Peg's envisioned. So we are sitting at about $362,000. Excuse me. We need to bring in $595. That pays for Gareth's work. That pays for the engineering, and there's a significant amount of engineering work that I don't think most people understand. And it also pays for the rally point at the Marine Corps at the Heritage Walk, which of course we've got to cover that as well. So our goal is $595,000. We've said it's world class, and I'm not going to speak for other people, but other people down in the National Capital Region have seen the maquette, have seen the engineering design, and the words I heard from some very senior people is magnificent and awe-inspiring. So I leave it there. We've got to raise some money, and hopefully this inspires y'all to get involved, because you don't want to be on the sidelines when next spring we unveil this. You want to be a plank holder. So thanks for that, Mark. I'm going to sit back and can't wait to hear what Gareth and Peg have to say.
Beautiful. So I heard that to be to the tune of about 190,000 and change. That's exciting that we're under 200K. We need to have a huge year. I got the new Memorial sweatshirt on here. You see John with his shirt. He's taking his coffee. Here's the new back right there. I know it's hard to see.
Legacy matters, baby.
There you go. So Anyway, we gotta have a great year. So that's awesome. Okay, so the main theme for tonight is uh, the memorial page has done a beautiful job of showing some photos and showing some shorts of Gareth, but they have not verbalized this Maquette, the 1/3 statue. Gareth and Peg, this is going to be over to you to please present and put some words behind this lovely design. Mr. Curtiss, over to you, most interesting man in the world.
Well, so here we have it. This is the definitive model. I'll stand back here. Hopefully you can hear me. So to give you an idea of how large the actual monument will be, the tractor itself, 7 feet long. The figures inside, each would be 2 feet tall. 2 feet tall. The overall length, though, of the piece is 9 feet. So it's going to be big. I've given 2 alligators, different sizes on the base. The alligators on the base will actually be the same size, but I give 2 options for you guys to look at, give your input for. My own choice is probably to go for the bigger one, which is around on this other side. So turn it around a little bit. So, and the alligators, this particular one would equate to a 12-foot alligator. His head would be 18 inches long. So, I mean, it's going to be big. They're going to be impressive. They're going to be ferocious. The wave action, it's a little bit more stylized on this than it will be on the actual one we do, but it's to give it more forward motion and make the whole thing more dynamic. The figures are positioned in here. They're probably close to what we're actually going to have. You know, there's a fellow on the 50 cal. We might include another 50 cal over on the other side. And then there's a 30 cal back on this side. And I have it where the fellow that's manning the 30 cal has been shot. We'll play again with the positioning of these. Obviously, if we have the 50 cal here, there'll be a little bit different composition. Right now, there's 7 figures in it. Each one will be uniquely different from each other. Each one's going to be a great sculpture all on its own. Back to the base, on the front, there's like a little entablature here, and right here it'll say crossing the reef, and you can see there's a little bit of coral-like on the bottom of it. You have to think about, you know, how the actual bronze is going to be. Obviously, the compartment is going to be a trap for water, and so that will be able to drain easily, and it actually be diverted out the back. And so, just a lot of different things you have to think in to get from the clay to the actual bronze casting, but try to cover all the bases. So, Peg, do you have some things to say?
No, it's exciting to see this, coming to life, because what started literally as a little line sketch on on my dad's kitchen counter has now really taken form, and it's going to be beautiful. The alligators will be coming to life as you walk up. I want to see people sort of jump back when they see that snapping gator and the detail, and it's just it's exciting to see it at this point, and I can't wait to see where when it becomes more and more detailed in the full size. It's just going to be incredible. Very happy.
Yep, Peg, like to ask you. So the statue seems pretty well defined. Gareth, thank you for walking us through that. When you said walking in, I know we've talked about this before, but can you sort of just outline a little bit about? It's not just that this statue at the size that Gareth said that's getting dropped on a piece of terrain on the memorial walk. There's going to be a wall, other stuff. Can you kind of just give a quick overview of that?
Well, we have a beautiful site. It's on a corner of 3 different paths that come in, the rally point. So you walk along, and there's a lot of beautiful pieces that are just sitting on gravel bases. And we took this, and I just wanted to create a stage for this. So it's like with the walls surrounding it, with the deck that's going to be all done in granite. It's going to say Alligator Marines set into the granite. You'll come in and you'll just feel like you've walked into this amphitheater, and there's a history of the vehicle from the first up to the current that's going to be in bronze plaques that Gareth is also going to be doing for us. There'll be listings of in memoriam, different people have donated to have other people memorialize whatever on those plaques. So it's important to, if you want to do that, to do it now, because Gareth's got to get started on those as well. And it's very tedious work, is my understanding, with all the letters and the detail of the vehicles and whatnot.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's not just a statue, it's a whole environment, and it's going to be a place you can sit and contemplate, and you can, family members can, alligator Marines can show their kids, this is what I did, and parents who maybe have lost someone can sit and remember. It's just going to be a nice spot to contemplate.
Yeah. Agree. Gareth, one more time, sir. Can you give us a good, you're going to have to speak at the same time so we can get your tile large. Can you give us a spin one more time, brother?
The height of this particular Marine will be right about what my eye level is, just to give you an idea of, how high this thing is going to sit off the ground. And so when you're walking around the statue, you'll actually be able to look into the compartment and see it. You'll be able to get right up and look down into it. And everything is accurate to the actual tractors that were hitting the beaches. And all of the gear, we might have somebody in back with a BAR. All the gear was going to be kind of unique to each individual that'll be in there. Just move it around so everybody can see it.
What a nice job, Gareth. What beautiful job. Beautiful.
Incredible.
Yeah. Overall weight for the statue, I'm guessing, is going to be in the neighborhood of a ton. So, and it'll actually come in two separate pieces. Like this upper section with the waves and whatnot will be one piece. The lower section with the alligators, that'll be a separate piece. It'll just be a little bit easier for transport, a little bit easier for Rick and the crew to get the thing installed. So, yeah. But I'll still probably get a lot of looks going down the road with it.
Yeah, no doubt.
You're going to be in the back of your pickup truck?
No, a little big for that. Yeah. And sometimes on deliveries, though, it's fun. People will pass you, and then they'll slow way down, and then they'll come up alongside you, and they'll wave at you and honk, and off they go. So deliveries can be a lot of fun. So,
Gareth, I see some of your other work out there in the background, man. Beautiful shop that you got there. Nice work you're doing.
There's always body parts all over the place in here. So.
Yeah. I think
call it the Gareth Curtiss body shop. Yeah.
I think the last question that I have for any one of the three would be, I know you said there's 7 troops that are in the compartment. Are they all alligator Marines, or is it infantrymen, or can you kind of walk through those a little bit for us?
Well, my understanding is this is like depicting a scene. And so it's like all the action that's going on. It's these guys that they've trained and worked together. And I mean, they're a unit. And the beauty of this is, each of them are contributing in some way to the operation of what's happening. So you've got this camaraderie and you've got stress. Action-packed.
Gotcha.
Hey, Mark, can I jump on that?
Please, John. Please do.
Yeah. So the starting point would be, the Ford 50 cal gunner is a tracker. The driver you don't see is a tracker. Theoretically, everybody in the back is not just infantry, but probably infantry, a comm operator, perhaps a sapper, whatever was in that track that was, in that serial to go to the beach. We want this to be real. You're going to see a Marine getting shot and killed. I think that people need to see that. I think this ties to what Peg talked about. That might indirectly allow some of our peers that have been in recent conflicts to talk about things like that. So the action in the back will be able to depict, it's going to be intense. But those of us that know it gets more and more intense. So you might see little tweaks and changes here, but this is what we're going to take to the Marine Corps Heritage Foundation and the History Division and say, one, are we within your regs? Are we within your rules? And the Heritage Walk is so amazing. They have very strict rules, and they should. But we're also going to tweak it to make sure we got it historically and on the reef, what would this really look like? So we didn't ask Gareth to change it. We asked him to finish and then bring it back, and we'll decide, those little tweaks. But this is a 98% solution. There's no question about that.
Yeah, looks awesome, Gareth. I think very, very, very well done, Gareth. And Peg giving us the verbalization of the Maquette and the third scale. I'm in awe of it, Gareth. I'm gonna have you start wrapping us up here because analytics tell me I get about 6 minutes with people, and yeah, we've already lost them. So go ahead, sir, tie us up.
One thing to add, something that I found interesting as sculpting this is the power of the alligators underneath this. They're a reflection of everything that's above the waves, but they're symbolic. And so they're like armor plated. And yeah, it's been interesting for me, just as a journey of this thing to just kind of experience it. I'm really excited to make it big. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, and if anybody wants more details about like there's previous episodes I did where Gareth talked about his techniques, how many moldings he had to do and all that stuff, those videos are out there and published. Again, the main effort tonight was to go over that 1/3 scale and verbalize it and just show you the beauty of what is coming, and it is exciting, man. This is so exciting. This is a huge step for the memorial and a huge step for our board and for all our donors. Peg, over to you for closing comments, ma'am.
Just jump on board. It's so important, and I love seeing the same names that are coming up every month, and they're faithfully donating and they're helping this happen. But we need more than t-shirt sales and sweatshirt sales. Those are great, and I love that everybody loves them. But let's bring this home, and if everybody on our Facebook page kicked in something, we would be there. It's frustrating how easy it could be.
Yeah.
So talk to your friends, talk to your relatives, everybody. Nothing's too small a donation.
No, you're right. You're right. You're so right about that. And let me love on Peg a little bit more and say that all the new swag logos and designs, guess who did them? Miss Peg Lee did, the lovely and talented one.
Thank you.
Thanks for what you do, Peg.
Oh, my
Colonel.
A lot of fun.
Thank you, ma'am. Colonel, over to you to close us out.
Yeah, I'm going to echo what Peg said. We have come a long way, and that's been because of the community has stepped up. We've knocked down some boundaries. We have Marines in every battalion wearing the same swag tied to their legacy. And that's amazing. And the majority of the money that we've taken in has come from trackers and their friends and their families in Gold Star. We have some magnificent defense sponsors. BAE has been generous. Consberg. I don't want to leave anybody out. We can get this done. Every little bit helps, and we need everybody in. And if you can do what you can, this is your legacy. This is your memorial. It's not ours. It's yours. It's ours. It's our legacy, and we're almost there. And so I just ask you to do whatever you can to get out there and, like recruiters, canvas, talk, and let them see what we're doing. We've gone from a sketch, like Peg said, to what we got now. And we think, if based upon our faith in our community and trackers, alligator Marines, we're going to break ground in August, and we're going to put this in the spring. But that only happens. It only happens if everybody out there gets involved and we close the last 100 yards to the objective. And we can see the beach. Charlie on time depends on you. And unfortunately, requires money to get this done. So Mark, thank you for doing this, man. You're my brother for a long time, but thank you for doing this.
No, I appreciate you guys continuing to lead, the memorial effort and getting us to the finish line. It looks amazing. It looks beautiful. Gareth, Peg, John, you guys nailed it tonight. Thank you so much for joining me here. We'll get this thing published out there. And hey, we look forward to shooting another episode, hopefully at the ground break. So show all your swag.
Hell yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks for everybody's time tonight. You guys have a great one. And to the board members, salute. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, yes.